Yo, yo, yo.
What's good?
CM here.
We live.
We live. In the flesh, in the making. What's up with everybody out there? Peace to everybody.
What's good, my people?
We here to talk about alkaline.
We coming straight to y'all.
Straight to you. What alkaline? What's alkaline?
Right.
The difference between alkaline and vegan. The difference between vegan and alkaline vegan.
Right.
Pretty much same thing. So, hey, I'm gonna let bruh go in, holla at y'all. I'm gonna be back here commenting.
Right.
Hopefully people tuning in. I'm answering questions in the background. Anybody got questions, throw them out there to my brother.
So yeah, we're gonna get this popping off, man. So we're gonna start with the acid and alkaline. Yep. So if y'all don't know, for those of you who don't know what acid and alkaline is, man, we're gonna give it to you straight right now. So acid, that's acid, something that's burning your body,
Period.
that you don't want in your body. I mean, there are natural acids. Your stomach has acid in it. You know what I mean? It has its own acid. There are fruits that have acids in it. But acid is just, it's not cool. So on a pH scale, this is the pH scale right here. The pH scale from 1 to 14. So from 1 all the way to about 6, all this is acid right here. All that.
All of it.
The 7 is neutral.
That's the neutral point.
Neutral point 7. And everything around up down this way is all alkaline. Alkaline is from God.
Period.
Everything natural. God didn't make acid. He made acid, but he didn't make
Acid to go in the body.
Right. He didn't make the acid that's destroying us the way it is now. Disease. Basically disease. God didn't make disease. I don't know what everybody else is teaching y'all, but I don't believe that God made disease. You know what I mean? Humans created disease from the way we live and just all types of stuff.
If God created a disease, we would have came out the womb with diseases.
Exactly.
We came out the womb perfect.
Came out perfect, man. Everything is perfect.
Say alkaline. Alkaline or acid. Alkaline. Here we go.
So there's the pH scale right there for you, the acid and alkaline. So you're eating either acid or alkaline foods.
One of the two.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be eating
bad food.
You can't be eating bad food, like my son said. No
He
bad
knows,
food.
he knows.
No acid. No acid. You don't want acid. So I'm gonna let y'all know what things have acid in them on a pH scale. So we got meat, we got dairy, we got there's fruits and vegetables.
Coffee
that have acid in it, but yeah, coffee, soda,
vinegar,
candy, basically anything that's processed.
right?
Anything that's
Artificial sugars, flavoring.
All that is what's giving y'all diseases. This is where the diseases is coming from. All the acid foods. The acid builds up in the
Turns
body.
into mucus.
Right. Mucus is formed from what I've learned, from what I've been hearing. Mucus is formed naturally from the body to try to help, get the acids out of the body, but it's just not good for you. You know what I mean?
Too much of it.
Right. So those foods, we got the meats, we got all those types of just everything you eating,
Milk,
westernized,
eggs, all that cheese. A lot of people don't want to get rid of that cheese. Cheese.
They don't.
It's a lot of things. All the sodas, the juices, all the candies, all the chips, anything in a gas station store is acidic. Anything, pretty much everything in there besides the Fiji water.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's in plastic bottles, and that could probably sat in the sun, and it loses its pH level.
Exactly.
During that, so we're just gonna keep it on an acid and alkaline base. Kind of try to keep it simple right now, so that people can just start understanding
the difference.
What's going on with their body. You know what I mean? Why are you getting all these problems? Why are you having problems with your chest and when you're breathing and it got so much just mucus in there. You know what I mean? It got a lot of when you cough and instead of just that cough, and it got that just that extra, like you finna spit or something. You know what I mean? Like just something's coming up. Those types of coughs, you know, are them colds. You're getting colds from the food, from bacteria,
right?
Just everywhere. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, bacteria has a lot to do with alkaline acid. You know, so a lot of these foods have these bacteria in them, and if you're not cooking your meats right, then they gonna have bacteria in them, but they still got bacteria in them regardless.
Period. Yeah, regardless.
So no matter how you cooking it, they saying you gotta burn the meat.
Right. Black. It be black. It come out black.
Right. Who want to eat burnt meat? Like nobody. I don't want to eat meat at all. So again, 1 to 6, that's the acid realm. 7 is neutral. 8 to 14 is alkaline. And we want to eat alkaline. You know what I mean? We want to eat this. We want to be in this area right here. Always. We want to be in about this area. Your body. 7, 8, or 9. I'm guessing. Probably 9 is probably too high. But
if you healing for something, then you would probably want to be at a 9 or a 10. But just as far as, you know, regular healthy living, you know, 7 and 8 is doable for sure. Good.
So we're gonna talk about a little bit about disease and how disease cannot survive in an alkaline state. Disease cannot survive in an alkaline state.
Period.
It can't at all. No disease, none, zero. I don't care what disease they told you about that you can't be cured from. All of it can be cured.
I kind of want to touch on that too.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you want to do your thing?
How the alkaline cannot survive. Disease cannot survive in an alkaline state body. What happens is, you know, our blood cells get deprived of oxygen. You feel me? They lose the oxygen, which is the life. You know what I'm saying? It's the life that's in the cells. You know what I'm saying? It's giving the cells energy to take out and do, you know what I'm saying, whatever they need to do. So without that, that's when your body's at a lower frequency. It's at a lower vibration. That's when you get all these bacterias and viruses and, you know what I'm saying, from the environment around you, from the things you eat, the things you put in your body. So that's why it's very good to eat alkaline, because alkaline replenishes the body with the oxygen that you need for your cells to actually do its work. You feel me? Do its job. It's almost like a battery. If you at full capacity, you good. You working. You know what I'm saying? You in your zone. But as soon as your battery at 5%, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You now allowing yourself to be vulnerable for viruses and bacteria and things like that. So that's why alkaline is the way to go, because you ain't got to worry about any of that. Your body is at its highest vibrational level. You know, you thinking at a high rate. Like everything about alkaline keeps you in a high vibrational state of mind. You feel me? We are natural beings. We're not supposed to eat dead flesh. You think we are alive. We are human beings that are alive. We are conscious. We're walking around. Why would we put something dead thinking that it's going to do something good to our body? It doesn't make any sense. We need live things like fruits and vegetables to go inside our body to help a live body. You feel me? So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that though. I'm going to let Buddy jump back in it.
Yep. So again, disease, man. You don't want none of those. You don't want them diseases. So the disease cannot survive in the alkaline body. So what you want to do is to get rid of a lot of these acids that are in your body. You want to do some fasting, and you want to detox. You want to detox. You want to fast, and you want to stay away from processed foods.
Right.
80% plus processed foods. So if you at home eating anything from the grocery store that you got to put in the microwave, or you just taking right out of the oven and it's just packaged for you, it's already cooked and it's already just preserved. You know what I mean?
Microwave lasagnas,
right,
and
all that
oven
stuff.
Pizzas and all that type of stuff. Hot Pockets.
80% of that food plus 80% plus has GMO in it. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna be eating some type of genetics that's been mutated, that they taken from something and putting it with something else.
Right.
now you have this food and that's going to be lasting longer for you, so that you think when you get it, it's fresh and it smells good, it look good. This is good. They're processing you. They're processing your body. They're processing your mind. Like that's why they say you are what you eat, because what you put in your body takes what is in it and it starts using it. So if you are using acid, if you putting acid in your body and your body's like, okay, well, I got acid in me. I need to use something. I ain't
got nothing to work with.
Right. It's going to try to find what it can in the acid, but it's not going to find nothing. So it uses it, bam, and it breaks down into the body. It starts beating the body up, and you start getting things like Alzheimer's. Your brain starts messing up. Your bloodstream gets toxic, and
gaining weight.
Right. And that's like my brother was saying, as far as with the oxygen, if you don't have no dead food, don't got oxygen in it. It's dead. You know what I mean? Any plastic, all that plastic food, the cheese, all that stuff, it don't have no oxygen in it. Your blood needs oxygen. Your body needs oxygen. You need oxygen. That's why we breathe in oxygen. Oxygen is life. We breathe more than we do anything. So when we get them good oxygens in the blood, it helps purify the body. It helps the mind. But if you don't have that, if you are eating only acid foods, you are going to be getting things like I was saying, Alzheimer's. You're going to be getting cardiovascular disease, heart. Your heart messing up. That's from it pumping blood through the body, but it's not pumping the correct blood through the body. It's probably pumping some vegetable oil that you've been eating. How you frying all your chicken and how you frying all your foods. All that stuff doesn't break down. Water and oil doesn't mix.
Period.
It has to choose. Am I going to break down this oil, or am I going to break down this water? It chooses to break down the water. The oil starts floating around in your cells and your blood.
Gets clogged up.
Exactly. You start getting clogged up. That's how that's how you getting strokes.
Right.
That's how you get strokes.
Yep.
Because your blood is clogged from all this fat, this saturated fat, and all this grease, and it's trying to pump blood through the body, but it's not going through all the way. And then, so it's just like oxygen is not being pulled through the blood because it's clogged. It's stopped. It's like if you have this is your vein, and it's clogged with just heck of grease and heck of just gunk.
Like your plumbing.
Right. Exactly. Like
you can't flush your toilet.
Right. It's trying to get some blood and some oxygen through. It's not happening. So what happens? The body starts to lose oxygen to the brain. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that's going to be affected, your brain.
And you start getting blood clots. That's when people start getting blood clots, and they don't know why their blood is acting up. They got certain blood problems, or it can turn to the opposite. It could turn to being anemic. Right. And that means your blood is real thin. And you actually vitamin D deficient when you're anemic. And most black women right now is vitamin D deficient. Right. And black people in general are vitamin D. We need to be in the sun.
Iron deficient as well.
Exactly. Iron deficient, vitamin D deficient. So the greens and sunlight and all that, you know what I'm saying? All the natural things is going to put all the vitamins, well, I'm not going to say vitamins, the minerals that you need back in your body.
You need that iron, you need that calcium, the magnesium, the zinc, all that stuff.
All of that.
The minerals. You need minerals, not vitamins.
Not vitamins.
You get vitamins from your body. Already has vitamins that's being created from the sunlight. When the sun hits the body, then your skin starts to break down what you need. I forgot what it's called exactly in the skin that breaks down
the melanocytes
into vitamins, and your body uses it.
Period. So think of yourself as a plant. Like it's the same. It's the same thing.
We're growing. You know what I mean? We grow. We're growing just like the plants are growing. We're alive just how the plants is alive.
Right.
The plants ain't, the trees and everything else that's green ain't going out. I mean, well, they can't because it's natural. So.
Right.
But so they're not going outside of what's natural to feed themselves to survive. So that's what we need to do. We need to stop going outside of what's natural to feed ourselves in order for us to grow.
Right.
So again, you're gonna get strokes, blood clots, brain, Alzheimer's, and then when you're not drinking when you're not drinking milk, and they talk about you for the milk, you're gonna get calcium and all that. But
what is calcium actually doing?
It's the opposite.
Exactly.
It's the opposite of
it's decaying your bones.
It's decaying your bones. It's actually when you're not having enough calcium in your body, your bones start to something in your body starts looking for calcium. I think it might be the I don't know what it's called, but something in your body is looking for the calcium. They can't find it. So where does it go? Where does the calcium go? It's
straight to your bones.
So the thing that's in your body that's looking for the calcium is going to go to your bones, and it's going to start taking calcium out of your bones, and your bones get weaker, and this is how you get osteoporosis, and you got back problems, and you just all
don't know why.
Like the Grinch. I mean like the
and then they don't take in consideration that 80% of milk is pus. It's pus from the mother,
and it's bacteria. It's full of bacteria.
Full of bacteria. That's probably the worst thing you could be drinking right now is milk.
They heat the milk. They heat the milk up to try to kill the bacteria,
which don't work.
Exactly. So let you go home. If you got some milk right now in your refrigerator or whatever, heat some milk up. See what it does. It's gonna be all thick, and you're gonna be able to pull this little stringy little.
Right.
So you're gonna be able to just like it's plastic or something. You're gonna be able to do something with it, and it's like then so heat the milk up, and then after that, put it back in the refrigerator, let it cool down,
and watch what happens. Right.
See what happens.
It's not happening.
But yeah, you're gonna get some. You're gonna have those osteoporosis. You're gonna have those bone problems, and this is why so many people with these problems, diabetes, all this stuff, is from the acid in the food that's deteriorating the body, and we need to be eating alkaline. So that's what we're here to do, to be natural, to eat alkaline. God put us here to be gods, eat godly.
It's said in the Bible, it's said, eat the fruit and the vegetables from the trees, and you get your medicine from the herbs. Mm-hmm. Anything else we should not be eating. Period. I don't know why people, go to the meats and the chickens, and it's like that does not give your body anything. Nothing. It doesn't do anything to your body. I wanted to touch on real quick the difference between alkaline and vegan, because a lot of people get that mixed up. Like, I'm vegan, but I'm alkaline vegan, so there's two different things. Vegan, they don't eat any animal. They don't eat any animal byproducts. No milk, no eggs, no meat, no fish, none of that. Now, the difference between the alkaline and the vegan is that vegans still eat soy. They still eat tofu, which is a knockoff. It's like fake meat. They still eat tofu. They'll still eat GMO food, fruits and vegetables. They eat GMO foods, certain foods. So it's not quite the same. They still eat acidic and
yams.
Exactly. They still eat the unnatural things, even though it might not contain certain animals. It's still acidic to the body. Right. That's why sometimes you might see a vegan that is a little bit overweight. Like I know a couple of vegans that claim that they're vegan, but they might be vegan, but they're just a little bit overweight. But on the alkaline vegan, you cut out all the soy, all the tofu, all the processed, like it's strictly natural fruits and vegetables. You feel me? Natural grains, natural nuts, natural oils, everything natural, everything that you can go to the earth and get. You know what I mean? Mother Nature, the one that's providing for us. You feel me? So once we do that, everything with a seed, fruits and vegetables, everything with a seed. Like right now, they got watermelons without seeds. Those are GMOs.
And y'all think they doing y'all a favor by taking seeds out. No, they're growing.
Right.
They're growing them without seeds.
Exactly. They're actually injecting them with GMOs to where they grow. And the GMO, understand GMO, genetically modified organism. I'm an organism. I'm alive. I'm moving. I'm doing stuff.
Right.
So imagine another organism that they're putting in food to do stuff. It's
alive, right?
It's alive.
Even though your food is dead, you got some dead meat, but you got some live bacteria in it.
Exactly.
You got some live organisms in it, and that's how you getting this stuff in your body. How else is y'all getting sick? Breathing in air? You breathing in air and you getting sick?
Right.
No.
So you got to be careful when you see these fruits that naturally don't. That naturally have seeds. When you see them, they don't have seeds. Like grapes. Watermelon, grapes. Grapes is the biggest thing. Like right now, people probably don't even understand that grapes, the natural grape, actually has seeds. Like right now, people are so comfortable with going in the grocery store and seeing seedless grapes. They probably think it's normal, but that's not normal. That's not a natural. Grapes are not naturally grown without seeds.
Right. People thinking convenience. Oh, I ain't gotta take out the seeds. I ain't gotta, you know what I mean? But it's not natural. You might as well go to the liquor store.
Eating everything with a seed. Everything should be organic. Because if it's organic, that means it doesn't have the sprayed pesticide, little stuff all on. We ain't got to worry about that. And see, now I heard they've been trying to mess with the organic stuff, you know, putting GMO stuff in organic bags. Now, the way you can tell if something is organic versus GMO, everything that's organic, you know, the little sticker they have on the fruits and the vegetables, everything that's organic starts with a 9. Everything that's organic starts with a 9. So even if it don't say organic on there, just look at the little thing, look at the number. If it starts with a 9, it's organic. If it starts with a 4, a 3, or anything other than a 9.
Right.
If it starts with anything other than a 9, it's most likely sprayed with pesticides, injected with GMOs, or both. So we got to be mindful when we in the grocery stores. A lot of people, they just go and grab stuff. You know what I mean? I used to do it. You know, go in the store and not look at the back, just grabbing everything I want, whatever looks satisfying to me, and I'm grabbing it. But now, when I actually go in there and I take the time to read the back, and I read 35 ingredients that I ain't never even heard of, you know what I mean?
It's bad.
And I'm getting some chips, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's bad. That's bad.
Aren't those supposed to just be from potatoes? Potato chips.
Right, potato chips got xanthan gum, starch, and lithium zion, and acid base, like all types of stuff. So we need to just get back to being the natural, born, divine beings, universal beings, cosmic beings that we are. You feel me? We come from the earth, Mother Nature. You feel me? The black woman is God. You know what I mean? So we gotta get back to her. You feel me? The only one that can sustain us, the only one that can sustain life is the mother. You feel me? So everything feminine is what produces. Feminine is what produces life. Feminine is what produces all the fruits, all the vegetables, everything feminine. So let's get back to this alkaline, this natural. I don't know if you got something else you want to touch on.
Shoot, man, I just touch on a little bit about.
You want to just?
Dang, I was just thinking something. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Back to the alkaline.
What are some alkaline foods that people could start eating?
Man, y'all can start eating some salad. Start off with a salad.
Romaine lettuce. Only lettuce. Romaine. Don't get iceberg. That's
iceberg lettuce. Get you. What's up?
Why do you see me eat?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. So start off with you a salad. You can start off with a salad and some smoothies. You know what I mean?
Right,
Those are always the two best things
for your body.
That hold you throughout the day. You know what I mean? So get you some romaine lettuce, some kale, some cherry tomatoes.
Right.
Some onions, some purple onions. Get you some bell peppers. Get you some sea salt that has been dried from the sea. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
You got to sun dried. So you got to make sure you get sea salt, not this regular bleached salt that's killing us. You know what I mean? They went to war over salt and sugar. They went to war. People went to war over this. You know what I
Let
mean?
me just give them the real breakdown of this table salt versus the Himalayan just on the back screen. The difference between table salt and sea salt. Table salt is a manufactured form of sodium called sodium chloride. You feel me? So, and then check the difference. Sea salt is naturally occurring form of sodium that's found in the ocean. You feel me? So now you have somebody man-making sodium chloride. You feel me? It mimics the taste, naturally occurring rock crystals, the whole stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then you have the natural version of that, because the sodium chloride, when it gets in your body, it turns to what? Acid. Anything that a man has to touch and do something to before you eat, you don't want it. Period. That should be the number one thing on your mind, on your list. If somebody touched it, did something to it, then you really don't want it.
So so some sea salt, and then maybe some
Avocados.
Some avocado for surely. That's for the dressing, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to use no ranch. You don't want to use no Thousand Island dressing. You don't want to use none of the dressings that they making, because if you look at the back, what is it going to say? Too many things, and you don't need that.
Right.
So you're going to try to keep it natural. We try to keep everything with 1, 2, 3 ingredients at the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you get anything and it got 6, 7, 8 ingredients on it, you don't want it. You want it to be the fruit, you know what I mean? So you have some avocados, and then some grapeseed oil, or some sesame seed oil. Those are the oils that you want to use.
Coconut oil too. Coconut is good.
Right, just don't cook it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just a certain temperature. Well, I think don't cook it. But you can use those. You can get you some oil, and you can mix that with some basil, some sea salt, some
lemon,
some lemon, and that could be your dressing. So you won't have a dry salad. You can mix all that with the avocado. Mix all the oils, the sea salt with the avocados, mix that up, and then use that as a dressing. You know what I mean? That's way better. So you got you a salad, it's bomb. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you, I got one. I'm gonna eat one in the
right. You got a video out, right? Telling you how to make the salads.
Yep, heck yeah.
So y'all can go check that out.
Right. And some smoothies. You want to get you some organic fruits. If they
all
bagged,
organic.
Get your stuff bagged. Make sure they're organic. You know what I mean? Or you can just buy the actual mango. Organic mango, cut it up, freeze it, and then get you some other frozen fruits. Blueberries. They don't have to be frozen. You can go get some organic ones and then freeze them. Throw all those inside of the blender with some apple juice, some organic apple juice.
What about like an alternative milk?
Milk, some coconut milk
or walnut milk.
Walnut milk, hemp seed milk.
Right.
So you can use definitely.
So don't just think when we telling you, yeah. There's definitely the alternative,
right? And
so, just don't feel like, oh, they just said I can't eat nothing. Like, nah, there's most definitely a lot of alternatives and things that you can eat and make taste good. I promise you.
They taste good.
I promise you.
Bomb. I'll be feeling, man. I don't want to ever go back to eating the way
Me neither, bro. Me neither. I promise you.
The only thing that I want for my diet is more. Like, I want more smoothies. I want smoothies all day. You know what I mean? I want a smoothie right now. I want more salad. I want more. Like, that's the only thing about it. It's just it is a little more expensive.
Right.
But if you cut out chips and cookies and fruit snacks and soda that you buying that you just think you need that you don't need, you know what I mean?
And it makes sense.
That takes away money for you to buy more things that are organic. So it's not really expensive. You just substituting, taking away stuff and adding some natural life to your lively body. You know what I mean? You electric, you melanated, love yourself. So
love yourself. I love myself.
I love myself. For real.
So hell yeah, man.
You can start there, man. It's just simple stuff. You know what I mean? Simple, natural stuff. Y'all know this stuff.
We gonna be back at y'all for sure with another update on the alkaline. We're gonna go into let me check it out. Bam, we're gonna start talking about GMOs, like really in depth. We're gonna go into GMOs, we're gonna go into BPA, we're gonna go into microwaves. The problem with microwaves, we're gonna go into the problem with storing your food and stuff in plastic. What else we gonna talk about? High fructose corn syrup. We're gonna talk about all the actual, go into detail, you feel me, on what we kind of just surface talked about today. So yeah, man, stay tuned for that. We trying to push this healthy life, you know what I mean? We're gonna try to push this all the way out, man. Everybody needs to hear this information because a lot of people out here, you know, we on the life. We on the life.
Get you some onions.
And this healthy life. Living this healthy life.
Some butternut squash.
Mm-hmm.
Some apples. These last year all day. I'll peel my apples because they be putting petroleum or something, some type of wax on the apples. So I'll peel everything.
Heck yeah, man. So we on it. But yeah, man, we just wanted to give you the little update, try to inform some people who's not really informed on what's alkaline versus vegan. And yeah, man. So hey, CM, we gonna be at you. Peace.